Bernadette, you can bet everything will be alright. The police, they got nothing on you and me tonight. Bernadine, drink with me, let's cheers another 20 years of taking down our troubles and making them disappear. Bernadette, you are my best friend, my heart, my true love. I know that's true, because no one but someone who loved me would put up with all the shit I pulled. Berninator, maybe later you and I can drive through the mountains in your monster truck to our favorite Clinton dive. Bernadette, you can bet it's gonna be okay. No matter what the world throws at us, we're gonna sweep it all away. Bernadette, you are my best friend, my heart, my true love. I know that's true, because no one but someone who loved me would put up with all the shit I pulled. Can't you see how much you mean to me? You're the eye of my hurricane. You're the fire to my gasoline. Bernadette, you are my best friend, my heart, my true love. I know that's true, because no one but someone who loved me would put up with all the shit I pulled. Carry out the body bags, put them up against the wall. Measure everybody, cause everyone is gonna fall. Take all the measurements and put them in a little book. Measure every single soul before them souls that they get took. Christ may be coming, but it just might be too late. The soldiers drilled their rifle skills on the enemies we hate. Billionaires eat little babies served on golden plates. It's too late for us all. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall. Never mind the president, we don't have a president. The residents resent the rent that every single renter spends. Tigers, blades, and billy clubs now belong to everyone. Grab yourself a weapon and come get in on all the fun. Love was what we needed, but debt was what we got. The Virgin Mother bleeds tonight, that blood is sticky hot. Everyone belongs to someone, everyone is bought. It's too late for us all. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall. Sacrifice the baby boys and sell away the baby girls. Trade away the baby hearts and give away the baby curls. Tell a lie when you wake and tell another every day. Soon the truth is broken glass strewn along a passageway. Here's a little hurt for you. Do you want a little more? Cause everybody's dealing hurt. It's an easy fix to score. There's no getting out of here. We've tried it all before. It's too late for us all. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall. We're gonna fall. Say goodbye while you can, cause everyone's in demand. Everyone's gonna generate $1 billion winning hands. We will all be millionaires living high on Easy Street. We will own the Brooklyn Bridge, all 130 feet. Love is what we wanted, but all we got was hope. And hope is just like wishing, and wishing makes us choke. But never mind the truth of it, cause we gotta go. It's too late for us all.
All right. Hey, so my voice is pretty haggard, but like I said, you know, like I'm gonna try to keep streaming every single day up as many days as possible up until March 15th, at which point I will be leaving Twitch pretty much forever. I mean, I will do one Twitch stream a month. It'll be about a 3-hour stream. It'll probably be on a weekend. Just as a little advertisement. What am I saying? As an advertisement for the things I'll be doing outside of Twitch, you know. I've decided to just use all of the social media platforms only as a vehicle to like just let people know about what I'm doing off social media, because I'm kind of tired of working for free. But let me tune up real quick. I haven't had a chance to do much guitar playing today, so but I do have a 30-song set for you, comprised of mostly hits. And it's just gonna be only guitar. It's only gonna be acoustic guitar today, but it should be fun. But Stone Age, baby, you can drive me crazy. You can light a fire and put my heart right into it. Stone Age lover, I don't want another. I just wanna touch you, come on, let me touch you, baby. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. So Stone Age goddess, guess you really got us. Guess we're gonna do it, guess we're gonna love on through it. Stone Age darling, can you hear me calling? I've been a-hollering. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. So wild animals, bumping, pushing, baying, playing, breaking every single rule. Wild animals, touching, taming, titillating, taking time to love on you. Wild animals, baking, raking, roasting, baking, baby, we can take it all. Wild animals, doing, driving, danger, diving, darling, we done it all. Stone Age mama, can I be a papa? Can I touch you? Can I love you? Everything. Stone Age lady, you can drive me crazy, but I'm gonna love you, everything. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the cover. So do 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 do. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. Oh, wild animals, bumping, pushing, paying, playing, breaking every single rule. Wild animals, touching, taming, titillating, taking time to love on you. Wild animals, baking, breaking, roasting, baking, baby, we can take it all. Wild animals, doing, driving, danger, diving down, and we done it all. I will love you. I will love you, baby. I will love you for all time. I will love you. I will love you, baby. I will love you for all time. Do 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 do. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. Oh, wild animals, bumping, pushing, paying, playing, breaking every single rule. Wild animals, doing, driving, wild animals. Sorry about that. Touching, taming, titillating, taking time to love on you. Wild animals, baking, breaking, roasting, baking, baby, we can take it all. Wild animals, doing, driving, danger, diving down, and we done it all. Sorry about that. I just realized that my microphone is way too hot, and I don't know why it is this hot. So give me just one moment. Let me just correct the. Check. It's this minus 9.2. This is, let's do minus 6. Okay, there we go. Check. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I'm still, for some reason, things are saying. Hey, Violin, how you doing? And 9 and 12, good to see you. And Ilsa, Ela, hello. Give me 1 second, Ela. So that's a song called Wild Animals. So my voice is completely train wrecked right now. Yesterday I did a long, like 43 or 44 song set list. And I thought I was going to take today. I thought I was going to like just slow down a bit. Is how do I pronounce that? Is it Kajartan or is it Kartan? Is it Kartan? Is it J silent or is it Kajartan? But hello, how are you? Good to see you. So my let me do this. This looks all right. So my voice is just kind of a bit train wrecked, but that's okay because it's got a cool gravel and it, like it feels like I've been smoking and drinking whiskey all night long. But a lot of the purer notes that I normally try to hit or normally can hit, I won't be able to hit. But I actually took all night after my stream. I didn't talk that much. Thinking that I drank a lot of water, thinking I would just prepare my voice for today's stream. But then I'm working on a new expansion of my record label. I'm adding about 10 new artists. And I spent all morning on phone calls with a bunch of the artists as we were talking about releases. And it was just, yeah, that's exactly right, Violinda. It's going to be right. So this is going to be the Tom Waits iteration of Get Set Go. I'm still seeing some peaking. What is going on? Beep, 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 beep. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so, let's here we go. She's been getting on, she's been getting off, she's been getting around, she's been coming up, she's been coming down, she's been coming around. Oh, she knows what she wants, and she ain't gonna stop till she climbs up on top. You can't get in her way unless you're willing to pay, unless you give what you got. I'm telling you, man, this girl, she can't be stopped. 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 She's been on the prowl, oh she's a hunter now, and she's been ready to pounce. She's a killer, son, and you better run. You better flee, you better get on out. She's more deadly than fire, and she knows how to burn. This is something you learn. And she ain't gonna stop till she's up on top, till she's got what you got. I'm telling you, man, this girl, she can't be stopped. 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 And when she's got you, oh, you're gonna hurt. Yeah, she's gonna draw some blood. But in that hurting, you might realize that there's never been another you could ever call your lover. Whoa. And when she's got you, oh, you're gonna hurt. Yeah, she's gonna draw some blood. But in that bleeding, you'll be pleading to be needing the loving that she's loving, 'cause there's just no other lover. Whoa. She's been coming on, she's been coming out, she's been coming around. She's been tearing up, she's been tearing out, she's been tearing around. Oh, she knows what she wants, and she ain't gonna stop till she climbs up on top. You can't get in the way unless you're willing to pay, unless you give what you got. I'm telling you, man, this girl, she can't be stopped. 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 She's unstoppable. It's funny. I've been working on. I'm putting out 3 records this year. 3 Get Set Go records. One is going to be a full rock record. The other one is like, it's sort of folky. Like it's all finger pick songs. So it's all kind of like, you know, it's all. I've only got like 5 or 6 finger picking patterns. I've got so I've got that, or that's another one, or 3/4 time. You know, I've got the Earl Scruggs approach. You know, so I've got a handful of finger picking patterns, and so I use them all. It's gonna be a short record. It's gonna be 10 songs. But then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be arpeggiating a bunch of notes. I'm going to play the piano, and I'm going to play exactly what I'm playing on the guitar. And then I'm going to be, you know, like that's the great thing about running things in Pro Tools. I've got hundreds, if not thousands, of sounds that I can kind of combine with this stuff. So I'm just going to build these, like, it's going to be a sort of a textural fabric for each song, you know, and then I'm gonna have like much more driving drums than the song would actually than you would actually expect. Like, you know, a great example is I've got a brand new podcast. It's called Hesitation Cut. Season 1 is out right now. On episode 4, called The Heart and the Head, the last 2 songs on that episode 4, they're both fingerpick songs, but they've got driving drums and like a moving bass line, and everything just feels a little bit more kind of like just a little bit more manic than the folky guitar would imply, and the laid back vocals would imply. So it creates this weird but awesome, like for my money, a very awesome kind of tension, like this weird, like it feels a little heartbroken and a little bit lackadaisical, but also very kind of driving, you know. And so this whole record's gonna be like that, you know. And then for the very last record I put out in 2023, I'm going to put out like an indie pop record that I'm just going to fuck with sounds. I'm going to actually go out. I've got a Zoom H6, and I'm going to take that outside for about a month before I actually sit down recording. I'm going to go outside, and I'm just going to go find sounds that are like there's sounds that we all hear, sounds that we all know, like but there's sounds that I don't think we've ever built into our music. Like, so, like, I'm going to go to the freeway. I don't know if you've ever paid attention to the freeway when there's a lot of traffic, but if you stand by the freeway and don't actually listen, like if you listen and don't look at the freeway, it often sounds like the ocean. And so I'm gonna take all of these different sounds and I'm gonna build them into the music. So it's gonna be a really, so the first record is gonna be so I just have a whole bunch of crazy, awesome stuff going on. Coupled with the new record, coupled with the new coupled with all the stuff that's happening with the record label, coupled with the new podcast, coupled with my new streaming, like I'm gonna be leaving Twitch on March 15th. I think that I've got like 52 days to go, and then March 15th I will be done with Twitch. I mean, like I said, I'll do one stream a month, and it will be the same kind of stream that I'm going to be doing in my little walled garden. But otherwise, yeah. It's like I've got so much going on. It's super cool, but it's also fucking just exhausting. It's so much work. We're gonna be alright, everything's on fire. The ship is going down and the flames are climbing higher, but we'll be alright. What else can we do? The ship is going down, but baby you look beautiful. I love the way the flames light your face. Oh, 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 darling you're so beautiful. I love just how the fire lights you now. Oh, 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 darling you're so beautiful. We're gonna be alright. There's chaos in the streets. The buildings, they are burning and we're running from the heat, but we'll be alright. There's nothing left to do. Burn, baby, burn, and love you are beautiful. I just can't. That's not right. Embrace the fire, burning desire. Oh, 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 darling, you're so beautiful. I just can't wait. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, 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 darling, you're so beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on fire. We're gonna be alright. The world's gone insane. We're gonna steal a car and then we're gonna make a getaway. We'll be alright. What else can we do? Everything's on fire, but I love you are beautiful. I love the way the flames light your face. Oh, 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 darling, you're so beautiful. I love just how the fire lights you now. Oh, 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 darling, you're so beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on fire. And so again, is it Cartan or is it Kajartan? Kajartan or is it Cartan? But I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna assume the J is silent unless I hear otherwise. But Cartan says, not trying to self-promote, but interestingly, in the guitar instrumental piece I wrote, I tried to add in some natural storm sounds as part of the music itself. Yeah, I mean, you know, and it's funny because like the first time I encountered where I really loved it as a kid was the Doors. Hold on, I have no idea why this microphone is so hot right now. Is the Doors? Here, let me bring this down. Check. There we go. Was the Doors Rider on the Storm, right? So the Riders on the Storm starts with just the sound of rain, and it's a really beautiful sounding like rain sound, and then of course then the little Wurlitzer kicks in, and it's a cool little line, and it all kind of builds from there. And I realized that there's all sorts of sounds that we hear that are rhythmic that conjure up the impression of music, but our brains don't register it as music. Like the dryer, for instance, you know, like, and it just goes and it does its thing, or water, or the sound of a toilet flushing, or or in wind, and there's a like a volleyball chain where the chain is clanking against the bar. You like there's all of these sounds that I think that if I tinker with them, if I doctor them a little bit, if I pitch them up and put them in the key of the song, if I turn them into a rhythmical element, they could actually really contribute to the sound itself, the song itself. But it could also give you this sense that it's the whole world kind of contributing to the music. So that's the idea. Again, I don't know how it's going to play out until I sit down and actually do it. And so I probably won't actually sit down and start doing the sound collecting until about August. So it's still a ways away. But that's the idea. Okay, listening. We won't be my keyboard for a few minutes. You need a frog sound with, yeah, I mean, hey, Amanita. Yeah, I mean, the great thing is that there is, in the spring, there are a ton of frogs in this neighborhood. There's a big pond. I live right across the street from St. Ed's in Austin, Texas, and there's a big pond, and it's a big spawning place for frogs. And so there are a lot of frogs, and they're not very vocal frogs, but they do make some very weird sounds throughout, intermittently at various points in their life cycle, and I certainly will capture that. Yeah, thank you, Ila. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I just think, I mean, I think that like I'm just going to capture the sounds that are available at the time that I'm making the record, which is great because it'll also mean that I'm capturing the seasonal sounds of the time I'm making the record, So and it's going to be human seasonal sounds, right? So it's going to be the sounds of the traffic, and it's going to be sounds of. I mean, I might go to like the local mall because it should be happening right around. The holiday season. So I might be capturing the sounds of people shopping and the people there's just, I don't really know, but I'm just excited to just go out and capture sounds and then be like, how do I build these into the music that I've got? So, okay. So here we go. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately South by Southwest is a little bit too early for what I'm going to be doing. And the first 6 months of 2023 are already just jam packed with full of stuff, man. For me, like that, and I'm not a big festival person. We were invited. Get Set Go in our very first year. We were invited to play Lick Fest in Little Rock, Arkansas, where we played with. So first off, can I say this? This is so silly. We were the 4 o'clock band. Now the band started at noon. And we were the 4 o'clock band, so we weren't the opening act, but we weren't like one of the main acts, and we opened for Trapped and for Stained and for, I think it was Switchfoot, but then there was like, I think Blue October opened for us, like there was, but anyway, so every single band on the lineup has over 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify, except for Get Set Go, and we've got like 23,000. So it's just like I'm like hello, record label, did you guys just miss drop the ball? Like, so yeah, of course, so anyway, but what do you do when you don't know what it is you want to do? What do you say when you don't know what it is you want to say? Hey, let's take a break. Let's just sit here and simply wait. Hey, let's take a break. Your hand in mine. We have all the time in the world. The world. The world. The world. The world. What do you want when you don't know what it is you really want? How do you work when you don't know what it is that really works? Hey, let's take a break. Let's just sit here and simply wait. Hey, let's take a break. Your hand in mine. We have all the time in the world. The world. The world. The world. The world. Oh, my love, let me love you. Oh, my love, let me love you. We have all the time in the world. Who do you love when you don't know how it is you're gonna love? How to create when you don't know what it is you must create? Hey, 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 let's take a break. Let's just sit here and simply wait. Hey, let's take a break. Your hand in mine. We have all the time in the world. The world. The world. The world. The world. Yeah. So, give me. Yeah. Here, I keep forgetting to turn on the chat bot. Let me turn that on so that all the commands work. So yeah, man. For some reason, I don't know what is going on. I maybe it's the mic placement, or maybe like there's something that really sounds very strange in my sound setup, and I can't figure it out. But whatever. I mean, I certainly I know my voice is haggard, and maybe that might be a big part of it. But I ate the Trader Joe wafer cookie and it was so good. Well, I'm happy to hear that, sweetheart. I'm happy that you've got snacks that you like. The red one. I don't know the red one. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't really pay attention to what we bought at Trader Joe's today. I just, I was thinking about all the stuff I needed to do with the record label, but let's steal a car, let's pick a very fast one, and let's drive it hard. Let us Here we Dragon, that's my jam. I haven't figured out how to strum it yet, but I know. Oh, good, yeah. It's a pretty. If you want, if you've got the money, I actually do have songbooks here. I've put out songbooks for all of not all of my records, but for these of my records. And they have the chord charts, and they've got all the lyrics, and they've got all the, they've got the whole shebang. So if ever you wonder like how I'm playing something, you can just pick one of these up. If you've got, they're sort of premium collector get set go items. So they're kind of expensive, but there's only 125 of each of them in existence. So. Let's steal a car, let's pick a very fast one, and let's drive it hard. Let us find the edges of the map, my dear, and let's get out of here. Let's grab a spoon and turn it to the center of the earth we knew, the one we used to dream of, oh, the world that we new could be. Oh, let us go, come with me. And when we stop, we'll look around and we'll say, here be dragons. And in that place we'll make our home, and we'll be married. And when the world comes crashing in, and you are so very saddened, I simply point outside and smile and remind you, here be dragons. Let's take some sheets and fashion a balloon that we can fill with heat, and rise up to the moon where we will sit pretty underneath the stars. Let's lash some logs together for a raft, and we will sail the seas, negotiating crashing waves, just you and me, together till the end. Oh, this is now and that was then. And when we stop, we'll look around and we'll say, here be dragons. And in that place we'll make our home, and we'll be married. And when the world comes crashing in, and you are so very saddened, I simply point outside and smile and watch you, here be dragons. Let's go by train, the clicking and the clacking like a soothing rain, washing all the woes away, in every mile leads to somewhere new. Let's stay right here underneath the covers. Let me love you, dear. Let me be a lover. Let me hold on tight and never let go. Oh, 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 never let go. And when we stop, we'll look around and we'll say, here be dragons. And in that place we'll make our home, and we'll be married. And when the world comes crashing in, and you are so very saddened, I simply point outside and smile and remind you, here be dragons. So yeah, Jacob, hey man, good to see you, brother. Yeah, in 52 days, I'm going to be leaving. Thank you, Cruz. Thank you, man. I am going to be leaving all streaming platforms. I'm still going to continue to live stream, but I haven't exactly figured out where I'm going to move, where I'm going to migrate my streaming to. But so what I'm going to be doing is so Twitch is actively throttling and fucking with my business, with my music business. So is Spotify, so is Facebook. Like the thing is that like every company sort of require, if I don't fit within their box and do things according to their perspective, then the thing is that then they actively don't promote the things I do, because the thing is because they're all built around metrics, and built around making like so. And I don't want to get too deep into it, but the thing is, I've been streaming on Twitch since 2015. There was a point in time when Twitch really was a lifesaver for me. I was really trying to improve my songwriting for a long, long time from the very first days of my career all the way until about from like 2003 to about 2014 or 15. I really felt like I was a second-class musician. Even though I had a bunch of success, I had songs that were heard by hundreds of millions of people, I still felt like the music I was writing was pretty rudimentary, and I wanted to get better. So I just spent a ton of time writing and recording and practicing, and Twitch gave me a great place to like sit at home, turn on the camera, and play in front of people that wanted to hear my music, and they could give me feedback, and they'd be like, I love that song, or I could get a sense of like, if a song was capturing people and it was amazing and they're super excited, and then I lose them in the middle of the song, I'd be like, okay, what's going on and how do I fix that? And so it was a great vehicle for me to, without having to leave my house, just get the kind of feedback that I do in a live scenario, But at some point in time, Twitch proved to me that they were actively not interested in what I was doing and what I was doing for them. And they've made thousands and thousands of dollars off of me, and have offered me nothing except for the fact. I mean, yes, they've offered me something in return, but I pay $20 a month for Zoom. So I should be paying about $20 a month for Twitter. For Twitch, not for Twitter, but for Twitch. Like the thing is that not thousands and thousands of dollars every single year. And so, and if I am paying them thousands and thousands of dollars, I would expect them to be way more attentive, way more cognizant of my needs and what I'm doing, but the thing is, they just don't care, And that's the same case. That's the same thing with all of the services that I currently deal with Streamlabs and with Patreon, and with it's everybody has their teeth sunk into my industry and my hard work and my effort, and they're not giving me, they're taking out thousands of dollars and they're not really giving that much back, Like the thing is I could be a completely brand new neophyte person that doesn't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I can turn on a camera and I get the same benefits as Mike TV, who's made them thousands and thousands of dollars. So I'm like, okay, well then fuck you guys. So I'm in the process of doing that. No, so in order to incentivize people to migrate with me, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be changing my shows. So I'm going to be doing effectively virtual tours, right? So I will do a show that's focused on Los Angeles, and because I'm from LA, and so what I'll do is I'll reach out to all my LA people and I'll be like, hey, I'm going to be doing a show that happens from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. your time. And if you want, you can meet me in the green room half an hour before the show, and we'll all hang out. And then 10 minutes before the stream, I will run a little slideshow of this is me virtually on tour in LA, and it'll be me eating at a Fat Burger, and it'll be me running around downtown, and me at the La Brea Tar Pits, and me at the Santa Monica Pier. But it'll just be all Photoshop photos of me, and it'll be just a silly thing, but it'll be like, this is me acknowledging and recognizing that your town is important and valuable and awesome, and thank you for being here, people from this town, And then I'll do a 2-hour show, and then afterwards we'll hang out for an hour, and it'll be like a green room. It'll be like an after party, kind of like green room thing, So, or not really green room thing, but the after party, and we all drink some beer. We drink some beers, and we hang out and we shoot the shit. And that will be part of the tour. Because what I've been doing, so I've loved doing Twitch, because Twitch has allowed me to really just sharpen up all of my playing skills, all of my communicating skills, all my live performance skills. I really feel like I could be in front of 100,000 people, or I could be in front of 3 people and still deliver a really fun and compelling show. But because I did this so much as I was getting better, and as I was really getting command of my music, that's really nice. I'd love to see you live, but alas, no. Of course. And so, so this is my game plan. So Eli, this is the way I see this working, right? So what I will be doing a European tour. I will be doing a virtual European tour. So, but what I'll be doing is I will be finding different pockets of Europe. I'll be like, hey, I'm going to be playing in Cologne, Germany. Or I'll be playing in Hanover, Germany, or I'll be playing in Barcelona, Spain, or I'll be playing in Venice, Italy, or I'll be playing in Bari, Italy, or I'll be playing in London, UK. So I'll find all these places, and I'll try to cultivate an audience that's specific to those locations, with the idea that if I can build up a decent enough following online, that when I tour, I will sell tickets directly to those people. I will instead, rather than working with a traditional venue, I will just rent out a venue, and then I can put on the kind of show that I want to put on, which is normally I like to play for a few hours. I like to play a 15 song set and then just take requests for the next 2 or 3 hours, you know, because I don't get around that often. And I've got so much music and people like to hear, like, I mean, back in the day, like we would tour and we would play our set, which would be about an hour long. And then we would just take requests because we were the headliner. And sometimes we'd play for 2 or 3 extra hours, you know. So that's the kind of thing that I just want to make the live streaming thing special, and I want to be like, the live streaming thing is a stepping stone to me doing a better national and international touring, you know. And thank you, Amanita. Yeah, you know, and so the thing is, okay, and one of the things is, so if you buy a ticket, let's say you buy a ticket for just one show. I'm like, we're in Melbourne, or Australia, and you live 30 minutes outside of Melbourne, and you want to catch this show. So and that's right, and okay, so this is I have more. So this is the thing. So what I wanted, so I realized I don't want all of Twitch showing up here. If there was 1,000 people that I didn't know my music, I would not want them here. I don't like getting huge raids. I fucking hate it. I hate it when I get raided by 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 people, which I do have some friends here on Twitch that have much bigger followings than I do. And they show up, and all these people show up, and literally within the first half of the first song, because usually I'm playing set list or I'm playing a request or something. So they don't know my music, they don't know anything, and they all leave. And that fucking hurts, man. Fuck you. I don't want that. I don't like that fucking experience. Like, the thing is like, oh, because I don't have boobs. I'm not 14 years old. I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking out because I'm not playing Country Roads. I'm not playing Wonderwall. I'm not like, fuck you. The thing is, so I don't care about the rest of the world. I don't care about everybody. I want the people that like my music, and I want those people to reach out to their friends and invite them. So what I'm going to be doing, so I'll sell like a $5 ticket. But not only do you get your ticket, you also get one ticket to give to a friend. So you can decide, hey, who do I want to share Get Set Go with? And so that's the way this whole thing is going to work. So I'll sell tickets. They'll be $5 a ticket. You get 2 tickets for that ticket. One you can hand off to a friend. So you'll get an email, and there'll be a you know. And that is true. Isabella is Italian, but she lives with me here in Texas. But so if you guys want to talk Italian, feel free. In this, don't speak Italian in this chat though, because then people will not be able to follow. But so from my perspective, the thing is that like, another thing you get, so for that $5, for that $5 you get a ticket you get to share with a friend, but you also get a recording of the actual show. So it's going to be a private show. And when I first start, I'm 100% certain it's going to be for 4 or 5 people every single show, right? Like, the thing is that because I just have to get the word out and I have to build it. So I'm going to start it. I'm going to start selling tickets. The word's not going to be out. People aren't going to realize what's going to go on, but I'm still going to deliver a fucking amazing and full tilt. And there's going to be, and like I said, so there's going to be, I'm going to be adding green screens. I'm going to be adding lighting. I'm going to be adding fog machines. It's going to be a traditional rock and roll show, and it's going to feel like a legitimate rock and roll show, you know? And then you'll get a recording of that actual show. So I fucking love your music. I consider it my top 10. Just like, hey, well, that's, dude, Cartan, that is fucking awesome, man. Thank you. That is absolutely, and to be like, I'm an enormous fan of Nirvana. So that's an absolutely wonderful, like, thank you, brother. I can't say brother. I don't know, but Cartan sounds like a guy's name, but it could be a girl's name. I don't know. So let me know what your gender is. And again, let me know if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, but thank you. That is awesome. Like that. And that's what I'm saying. So it's you guys, it's all of you that I want to migrate with me and do this thing, because I'm this fucking place where everybody has to sell okay, you're a guy. Okay, great. Awesome. Good. Awesome. Well, yeah. So when you know, the idea that I have to sell everybody on everything, and I have to placate everybody, and I have to make music for, that's fucking exhausting, and it's not possible, and fuck that noise, you know? So I just want to find the people that dig what I do, and I just want to carve a little space where we can just hang out, and I can turn you on to all of my amazing musician friends, and then amazing musician and my amazing musician friends can turn their fans onto what I do, and we can just create a cool little community of people that love good, honest, earnest rock and roll, earnest, honest music, in that we can just do ad infinitum, you know, without Twitch being involved, without any service being involved that can shut us down or change the way that we operate, you know. So that's my plan, you know, and so that's what I'm trying to do. So so that's the very long story short of what I'm going to be doing. So Jacob, so I'm gonna be migrating very soon. Hop in my Discord. If you want to know kind of how all this is going to be changing and where we're going to end up, just hop in my Discord. And like I do post every single, because I try to stream every single day. I'm gonna try to stream every single day until March 15th. So probably I'm gonna. That's actually an excellent question. And no, I am going to. Yes, the first 4 records, because the first 4 records are on TSR Records. I don't control those albums. That was the deal that I set with my. What another amazing musician friends do you mean? Oh yes, okay. So just hop in my Discord. So look at Jacob, you're coming in. Are you coming in from on YouTube? Hop over to my Twitch real quick. So it's twitch.tv/Mike TV Live, and click on my Discord and just hop in the Discord. And if you're on YouTube, or if somebody, Isabella, do you think you could swing over to YouTube and just drop the Discord link in there? Because I have so much planned. I have so much cool shit planned. Like I've been doing this for a long, long time, and I've watched my friends struggle for a long time, and I'm just done with it. I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know what? Like I thought that people were gonna come to our rescue, and it's not gonna happen. So I'm like, all right, then I will come to our rescue. I will put together a game plan where all of us can thrive and do well. And so it's gonna be all of us banding together and just making great music, but also finding ways to make your experience of our music and your participation in our music and your participation in our community really, really exceptional. But all right, so and I do so Jacob, I would suggest check out. I don't know if you can even find his stuff right now, but John Brownell, he's a new Square Tire Records artist. John Brownell, so BROWNELL, John Brownell. He's got a new record called Let the Machines, and it is fucking amazing. And it's really funny. He's a guy that sort of embraced AI, and so he's done a whole bunch of stuff using AI in the building and crafting of the album, but also in the crafting of his videos. But at the same time, so one of the cool things is because everybody right now has been freaking out about AI and like, oh my God, it's replacing everything, but it's not. Like the thing is that you can't like AI can get a close approximation, but really truthfully, there's nothing more powerful than somebody that really knows their art form, right? So AI might be able to make something that sounds like Nirvana, but if you know Nirvana and you hear a song that sounds like Nirvana, you go, yeah, that's not fucking Nirvana, you know? And that's what I'm saying. So I do have the Ichigo complex. Yes, yeah. So if you guys know Bleach, yeah. But so yeah, man, you know, so there's just a whole bunch of really fucking cool stuff about to happen, and you know, and Cartan, like, if you make music, the moment I picked up the guitar for the very first time and started noodling around, I'm like, all right, I'm a musician. The moment you start making any sounds intentionally, the moment you start going, okay, this sounds pretty cool and this sounds good, and the moment you do that, you're now on the musician's path. So now all it is, there's always going to be somebody better than you. And there's always going to be somebody worse than you. So you are a musician. And the thing is, and that's the first thing you have to like celebrate is like, the moment you're like, all right, I'm going to make music, no matter what it might be, you are a musician. Now it just depends, like, are you a hardworking musician? Are you a diligent musician? Are you a practicing musician? Are you a non-practicing musician? Are you a apostate musician? You know, like there's a bunch of different ways. Like, but you can always consider yourself a musician. It's just like, but where do you want to go and what do you want to do and how do you want to make the music? You know, and I was in that exact same boat, you know, like I felt like I was a second-class musician for a long, long time. And so when I moved to Austin, I just really focused on my songwriting and on my guitar playing, and I started streaming on Twitch, and I just played and I played and I wrote and I wrote and I recorded until I got to a point where I'm like, yeah, I'm not the best person out there, but I'm the most me out there than there will ever be. No one can do a Mike TV song like I can do, you know, and I'm like, and that's great. And sometimes And sometimes I put songs together that sound fucking crazy to everybody else's ears and sound amazing to mine. And I don't care because because if it sounds crazy to your ears, that doesn't matter because I'm doing the music for me, you know? So, and Eli, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. You know, I mean, it's really funny because of course I've always had a lot of passion. I've had a lot of passion, but over the past decade, it's just been me, you know. I haven't been able to work for my friends because they were in Los Angeles and I was here in LA, and I was here in Austin, and so we just didn't. And so now that I'm revivifying Square Tire and I'm bringing in a bunch of new friends, artists, and we're doing this whole new thing, I finally get to unleash all of my passion because I'm not just taking care of me. But if I'm taking care of me, it feels self-aggrandizing and it feels like bullshit. But if I'm taking care of a movement, if I'm taking care of people, if I'm like, then that for me is the fucking best place to be. And right now we are under attack. If you're a musician, you are under attack by all music services, by Spotify, by Facebook, by Apple Music, by Patreon, like whatever it is. They first and foremost want to make money off of you. They don't want to help grow your business. They don't want to collaborate with you to figure out the best way for you to both make a dollar. They want to make money off of you, and if you die because they don't care if they squash your business. You know, but they make money all the while, then all right, that's just, you know, like, there we go. We made a bunch of money and adios to that customer and let's move on to the next one, you know? And that for me is, I'm just done with that. I figured for a long time that was the way it was going to be. Oh, yeah, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, I mean, well, you know, then dude, hop in my Discord, man. Hop in my Discord. Oh, and hop on my Instagram. I'm about to start doing in very, very ultra short format. I'm going to be doing little 15 to 20 second videos where I'm going to explain all of this. I'm going to explain why I'm leaving Twitch. I'm going to explain my trouble, and if you haven't yet listened to my podcast, Hesitation Cuts, it is a new masterpiece. My main masterpiece was my Hesitation Cuts album. It's an enormous record. It's impossible to dig into. It's 45 songs, but I just wanted to say, like, look, this fucker's like. These people that put out 10 songs every 2 or 3 years and only 3 songs are good, you know, like, fuck those people. Like, they're slackers, they're dilettantes, they're barely even fucking working. Here's a 45 song album where every single song is good. You know, every single song is good. If you listen to this record 3 or 4 times, you'll be like, yeah, I love every single song, you know. That's like, so I did that back in 2019, thinking that was going to change the game for me. I thought people were going to be like, oh my God, this is so amazing, Mike. No one can do this except for you. That's amazing. It didn't happen. I was like, oh, I see. So it took me a while. I for a little while, I just wanted to retreat and I was like, all right, I'm just going to go kill myself and then be like, adios. But no, I ultimately, that's not my way. So I kept putting out music. I kept working. I kept doing what I do. And then I eventually realized, I can put out a podcast and I can explain my story and I can talk to you about how I do what I do and why I do what I do and why I keep on keeping on despite the fact that I fucking struggle so much, you know, and why that struggle is sort of deserved because this place and the system that we've built and the way that we appreciate music is fucking broken, you know. And for a long time I thought, like, okay, well, it's just broken. I will just figure out a way to survive. But I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Like, I've got too many friends that do too much amazing music to just sit in the wings and be like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to survive. So we're just going to topple it all. It's so funny. I feel like I'm a cancer in the bowels of Facebook and in the bowels of Spotify and in the bowels of Instagram. Like, well, not necessarily Instagram, because Instagram they don't really have a music focus, but all the places that do have a music focus, I feel like I'm a cancer in the bowels of them, where I'm using their system to keep myself alive and to create something that's going to live outside of them, you know? So I'm like, haha, it's nice. I get to feel revolutionary, you know? All right, here we go. I'm going to keep going. So this is a song. This is a sexy song because I like to write sexy songs. This is a song called Kick It. Oh, no. This is a song called Bust a Nut. So yeah, it's a little bit over the top, but that's okay. Kiss me, kiss me, kiss me, Kiss me like you want me, kiss me like you love me, and baby, oh, you got me. Come on, love me, teach me your karate. I wanna slip your lips and penetrate your body. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna bust another lover. Slip beneath the covers, take off all your clothes and discover one another. Let me feel your body, or teach me your karate. Come on, sugar, let me get so filthy naughty. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna bust a nut. First you moan until you scream, and then you start to cry. But wipe away your tears, my dear. Let's get it one more time, let's do it one more time. First you come, oh yes you came, and then you start to cry. But wipe away your tears, my dear. Let's get it one more time, let's do it one more time. Cause baby, I know nothing, never told somebody something about sugar. Let me tell you, know that yes, I know that you are fucking fine. Love me, sugar, won't you love me? Let me kiss your lips and suck out all your honey. Let me steal a kiss, I'll give you all my money. Let me kiss your lips, let me feel your lovely tummy. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna bust a nut. Come on, fill me with your fire. Baby, you're a furnace, stoking my desire. Come on, lover, kiss me, your loving it'll fix me. Come on, lover, hold me, show me that you know me. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna bust a nut. First you moan until you scream, and then you start to cry. But wipe away your tears, my dear. Let's get it one more time, let's do it one more time. First you come, oh yes you came, and then you start to cry. But wipe away your tears, my dear. Let's get it one more time, let's do it one more time. Cause baby, I don't nothing, never told somebody something about sugar. Let me tell you, know that yes, to know that you are fucking fine. Oh, our hearts are intertwined, your hands are clasping mine, as we disappear into the moment. Oh, our thoughts are intertwined, as I peer into your eyes, and we disappear into the moment. Kiss me like you want me, kiss me like you love me, and baby, oh you got me. Come on, love me, teach me your karate. I wanna slip your lips and penetrate your body. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna bust a nut. Yeah, that's, you know, so every now and again I write an absurdly over the top sexy song, but you know, but that's why we're all here, right? Every single one of us was born by a sexual encounter. So why the fuck do we live in fear of that kind of nonsense? It's actually not nonsense. Why it is nonsensical that we live in fear of talking about and being very open about. Like that, it's really funny. I don't have any issues with body stuff, farts and poops and like. I mean, certainly I don't like bad smells. You know, bad smells are disgusting. But even so, like, you know, you just plug your nose. You breathe through your mouth and you deal with it and you're done. But everything else, like I don't worry about blood stuff or snot stuff or like, you know, somebody can break their arm and it looks fucking terrible and people go, oh, and I go, okay, no, let's just deal with it. You know, there's something about that. For some reason, just body stuff doesn't weird me out, you know? I mean, I don't like, which is crazy, because I don't like to watch videos where people get hurt. I just don't like to see that. I know it happens. I just don't like to see it. But if I'm dealing with it in real time, let's just take care of it. So it's just a weird thing. But oh well. I bring the riot, I own the takedown, I stoke the fires, I am the knockout, I am the pushback, I own the meanwhile, oh, I am, oh yes I am tsunami. I bring the anthems, I light the bonfires. I got the heartbeats, I push the count high. I cut the fresh when I slice the deepest. Oh, I am, oh yes I am tsunami. Crashing in like tidal forces, charging up like cavalry horses, dropping in like the force of gravity, pressing in like a surge of lava, messing with the laws of awesome as a burst of shackles holding me. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want and everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it. Gonna give you everything. I am the landslide, I bring the wildfire. I sing the true songs that catch the loose sky. I beat the heartbeat, I pound the rhythm. Oh, I am, oh yes I am tsunami. Surging up like rising mountains, blasting forth like a raging fountain, coursing in with the fury of the storm, raging in like a violent clamor, heavy rain that drops like hammers, handing out the havoc and the score. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want and everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it. Gonna give you everything. They can't slow me down, they can't wear me out. There's no road too far, there's no tearing down. They can't hold me back, they can't slow me down. There's no getting lost, I'm always around. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want and everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want and everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it. Gonna give you everything. Oh shit, sorry about that. So did I lose everybody? It looks like it feels like I just lost everybody. It's really funny whenever I play. I mean, again, so often I will play the sexy songs, which is so crazy to me because it's like, because playing in front of a live audience and playing the really absurdly sexy songs, like that I would say that those songs get a certain swath of the audience just super into it, you know. But there's something. Oh no, of course, Alderol. No, and you said that already. So don't even sweat that, man. I just, you know, it feels like every single time I do something really sexy. Yeah, but really, like, anyway, whatever. It's just fucking, yeah. It's exhausting. Like I said, I just don't care. You know, like people either dig it, they don't, and you know that's all right. People don't like it. You don't have to listen, you know. Erase me, erase my pencil lines, erase me, leave an empty sheet of white. Erase me, wipe me from the page. Erase me, I wanna be erased. Oh, I'm an accident. Oh, I am confusion. Oh, I am mendacity. Oh, I am calamity. Erase me, wipe away my lines. Erase me, I'll disappear in time. Erase me, help me fade away. Erase me, wipe me from the page. Oh, I am failure. Oh, I am surrender. Oh, I am perplexity. Oh, I am a casualty. Erase me, my outline disappears. Erase me, I was never here. Erase me, wipe away the dust. Erase me, I know you think you must. Oh, 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 oh. Erase me, erase my pencil lines. Erase me, leave an empty sheet of white. Erase me, wipe me from the page. Erase me, I wanna be erased. So yeah, so I do think that in early March I'm gonna do a few shows that are gonna be the exact format of my when I leave Twitch on March 15th. I'm gonna start streaming on a service that allows me to gate it. Like, I don't want random people just being able to show up. I want people to have to buy a ticket to get access to the stream. And there will be all sorts of discounts if you want to like buy a package of tickets. So you want to catch multiple shows, you can do that. If you want to catch an entire tour leg, like a European tour or the US tour or the South Pacific tour or I'm going to be doing an off-world tour where I play the moon and Mars and the rings of Saturn and wherever else, strikes my fancy. Like, so I'm going to be doing, and like during Halloween, I'm going to be doing we're going to be touring great, like famous cemeteries and mausoleums and necropolises and pyramids, and so if you want, you'll be able to buy, but you'll be able to pick up like an entire world tour ticket if you want. I am going to be demonstrating how this is all going to work in the last few days before I leave Twitch. Just so people kind of get a sense of like, kind of, this is what you can expect, and again, the great thing is that like, as I iterate, I always get better, so to start, so whatever I'm delivering when I first start off, in a year's time, it'll be 1 year better, and it'll just keep getting better from there. So like, my hope is at some point in time, I'll be able to bring in somebody that can actually handle the production side of things. And they'll be able to do camera switching and all the effects and all the lighting effects and all that. So that it really does feel like a fucking significantly professional show. But la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. My voice is so very small, it's a wonder that I'm heard at all. Like a fierce butterfly, I try to fly through the squall. These are a few of my words, it's a miracle they're ever heard. Like a fierce butterfly, I duke it out with the birds. And now I fight, I'll surely die. But while I fight, I am alive. So I say let it come down. And when it's all stacked against you, and when there's nothing you can do, oh, you can fight. So this is my tiny song, soon enough it will be gone. Like a fierce butterfly, I take the windshield head on. La 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 la. La 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 la. Once I dreamed that I might live a significant life. Like all my dreams upon waking it seems that they die. Once I chanced upon hope, but hope is a very long road. And with enough length and so little strength you will choke. But I will fight and I will die. For while I fight, I am alive. So I say let it come down. And when it's all stacked against you, and when there's nothing you can do, oh, you can fight. So this is my tiny song, soon enough it will be gone. Like a fierce butterfly, I take the windshield head on. Like a fierce butterfly, I take the windshield head on. Thumbs 313. Hey man, thank you. I do appreciate the offer. I usually buy things new so I can get the warranty, and I also get usually if I can, I get an extended warranty, because usually I use my equipment probably about maybe anywhere between 3 times to an order of magnitude more than other people do, right? Because I'm always streaming, I'm always recording, I'm always working on stuff. So whatever the specs are for anything, often I destroy it in in half the time. It's even and so I always like to make sure that I've got full warranties, and if I can't I get an extended warranty just to make sure, because often there's not that many things that I've bought. Microphones I've hung on to, my cables no. The keyboard I had to have it brought into the shop within a month of buying it. Everything. I just break shit, because it's constantly being used, and so I do appreciate it, but unless there's a warranty attached, then yeah, alas, I can't buy things secondhand, because I need to make sure that I can get full value out of it. They don't anticipate. It's just the built-in obsolescence, man. It's so fucking exhausting. Ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. When there are no words and there's nothing to say and everything's all been said, when the inks run dry and your old ink pen and your pencil's out of lead, well, that should never stop you. You can just sing instead. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. When it's just too much and it overwhelms and it crashes over you, and you can't cry out or call for help and there's nothing you can do, well, don't you worry, sister, you can sing it too. It goes ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Sometimes there's just nothing to say, and everybody breaks, and everybody hurts. And sometimes there just aren't any words. Sometimes there's nothing to say. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. When you're lost in thought, you can't explain the static in your head. When your tongue is tied and your heart is broken, you can't climb out of bed. Well, don't you ever worry, you can just sing instead. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Sometimes there's just nothing to say. And everybody breaks, and everybody hurts. And sometimes there just aren't any words. Sometimes there's nothing to say, and there's just no words. Sometimes there's nothing to say, and there's just no ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Yeah, that's a song called "Ba-dum Ba-dum." All right, let me just take a look and see what I'm. Okay, so I've got about 20 more songs to go. All right, I'm gonna run downstairs. I'm gonna grab another cider, and I'll be right back. And I'm just gonna keep powering through these songs. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back. I love you, Moppet. Yes, I do. Are you asleep, sweetheart? All right, Moppet. Love you, baby. Yes, I do, little baby. I love my little Moppet. Yes, I do. I love my little Moppet. Yes, I do. All right, give me a second. All right. Hey, Katie. How you doing? What's the O for? Oh, currently shaving your head. Really? Wow. Why are you doing that, man? All right, let's see. So this is a song called "Say with a Bullet." I haven't done this one in a while, so this one might be a train wreck. But I don't think so. We'll see. I feel pretty confident. Say it with the bullet, lover. Write your name and write another. Fire that bullet at the heart and watch the walls come tumbling down. Say it with the bullet, brother. Shoot the heart of your new lover. Shoot that bullet straight and true. There's nothing more that you can do. Turn on the radio. Listen to the sounds of bullets ricocheting, and turn on the stereo. Everyone is listening. Everybody is obeying the rhyme and the ring of the bullets as they sing. The rhyme and the ring of the bullets as they sing. Say it with the bullet, yeah. Say it with the bullet, darling. Bullets get the heart jump started. Fire that bullet at the heart and watch the walls all fall apart. Say it with the bullet, mister. Fire that bullet as you kiss her. Steady aim and fire true. There's nothing more that you can do. Turn on the radio. Listen to the sounds of bullets ricocheting and turn on the stereo. Everyone is listening, everybody is obeying the rhyme and the ring of the bullets as they sing. The rhyme and the ring of the bullets as they sing. Say it with the bullet, yeah. Turn on the radio, listen to the sound of bullets ricocheting and turn on the stereo. Everyone is listening, everybody is obeying. Oh, turn on the radio, listen to the sound of bullets ricocheting and turn on the stereo. Everyone is listening, everybody is obeying the rhyme and the ring of the bullets as they sing. The rhyme and the ring of the bullets as they sing. Say it with the bullet, yeah. Oh, that makes sense, Amanito. That's great, man. Well, happy head shaving. All right, here we go. This is a song called Today Is Your Birthday. So I was gonna write an album. I was gonna write an album about being poor, about how difficult it is to be poor, how your problems are magnified when you don't have any money, and how that the weight of that sort of squeezes itself into everything that you do. And I only wrote a couple songs. I probably have maybe 20 songs in this milieu, but I wanted to write a bunch all kind of at one point in time. And it was really funny because it's easier for me to write about difficult periods in my life when I'm pretty comfortable. Like because when I'm actually poor. And right now I'm absurdly poor, which is why I've got the whole thing down here, which is of course just fucking flying through the charts. But when I'm very poor, if I write songs about being poor, I have a tendency to pitch it it becomes too radical, you know. And so I usually, when I write about being poor, I write about being poor when I'm pretty flush, because then I can think back to the way I was feeling. Hey, Paper Cat, how you doing, man? So anyway, so this is a song called Today Is Your Birthday. And it's about a couple, you know, like it's the guy and a couple saying, hey, like, you know, like I love you. It's your birthday. I want to do something for you. I just have no money, you know? And not only do I have no money, but I've got bills showing up, and I've got you know, my life is kind of crumbling around us, and I'm doing my damnedest. But and then you'll see how it goes up. But I'm sorry to hear that, Paper Cat. So anything I can do? Today is your birthday, and I wanted to get you something nice. Today is your birthday, but I just can't afford anything at any price. 'Cause there's bills to be paid and food to be bought and rent's coming up, and darling, I'm caught in a maelstrom of debt and despair. And the car needs new brakes, and my cards are all maxed, and they just cut my hours, so I just can't relax and take a moment to find something for you. All that I have is a heart that is tearing in half. All I can give to you is my heart in 2 parts. Will that do? I give them to you. Hey Tyler, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. I give them to you. Hey Blue Baggis, how you doing, brother? I give them to you.
Sounds like it's gonna rain.
Today is your birthday, and I wanted to take you out tonight. Today is your birthday, but I think we're gonna stay in. Is that alright? I got a bottle of wine and a cupcake for you, and I have a new song. I hope that will do. I hope you like this new song that I wrote for you. All that I have is a heart that is tearing in half, and all I can give to you is my heart in 2 parts. Will that do? I'll give them to you. I give them to you. I give them to you. I give them to you. Oh, here we are. You and I have come so far. I hope that I don't disappoint you. Oh, can't you see that the love I feel is killing me? I hope that I don't disappoint you. Today is your birthday, and I wanted to get you something nice. Today is your birthday, and I wanted to get you something nice. Hey Tyler, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. How you been, dude? And welcome everybody. I'm Mike TV of the band Get Set Go. I've got 22 albums in stores. Number 23 is about to come out. I've been doing Twitch for a long time. This is where I kind of come to try out all my new material and stay on top. I've got a huge catalog of songs. I've written between 1,000 and 2,000 songs over the course of my career. I've had a lot of success with film and TV licensing, but this is kind of where I go to hang out with my friends and just kind of stay on top of my catalog. I'm about to leave Twitch though. March 15th is when my 23rd album called Juggernaut comes out. And I'm gonna go to doing private streams. But I decided, because I put a lot of work into Twitch I started in October of 2015. And so to give the people that dig what I do a chance to kind of catch me for a last time, I'm going to try to stream as many days as possible between now and March 15th. So, yeah. Well, that's how I make my living, Tyler. So, it's what keeps me alive, and so, yeah, man. And there's all sorts of really, really cool new things kind of happening. My record label, we just added 10 new bands. And so that's awesome. And so we're sorting out a release schedule tomorrow. I'm doing a big phone call with all the bands on the label, and we're going to figure out kind of our release schedule for 2023. And then I've got the new podcast. It's called Hesitation Cuts, and it's got 50 brand new recordings on it, like 50. So there's five songs on every episode, and he kind of weaves the story. So of course I'm crazy busy, and and I just do what I do to keep on keeping on. But how have you been, Tyler? What's been going on, man? Thank you, man. Yeah, thank you, brother. It's so funny because Tyler, you started in 2016, I think, right? So so Tyler was like there was this period in Twitch, where all the Twitch music streamers, like, it was a very small and tight knit community. It was really like, and we all of us, the 2017 TwitchCon was super, super fun. 2016 TwitchCon I didn't make, but that one was also, I have a bunch of friends that were in at that one, and they were like, that was an epic one. So those 2 years for me were super great. I was heartbroken to hear about your accident. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, that was a transformative moment for me, because I was afraid, because I had suffered brain damage, I mean, not like I had a concussion. I had 3 fractures in my face. I was found in a pool of my own blood. I thought that maybe it might have had a significant impact on my songwriting. So I just worked my fucking ass off in 2021 and 2022. I just wrote and I played until I was like, okay, yeah, it didn't hurt me. It didn't hurt me in a substantial way, because it was a pretty. In fact, here I'll play. Well, no. So Tyler, is there a song I can play for you by way of thanks for bringing folks over, man? Yeah. Amen. And thank, yeah, that's, yeah, that GoFundMe, man, that was epic. Like it really did. It completely eliminated my medical bills, which was amazing. Like the thing is like, because they were substantial. And I was like, I have no way. I didn't. I'm a working class musician. I don't have medical insurance. I mean, at that time I do now, but back then I did not. And so I was like, I was fucked. I was, and then the GoFundMe happened, and it was like everybody rallied around. And it was amazing, and it just eliminated all my medical bills. And it was I couldn't believe it. It was just mind-boggling. But yeah, so Tyler, is there something I can do or play for you? I can tell you. I tell stories. I stand on one leg. Everybody can't see the leg, but I'm standing on one leg right now. Now there's 2 legs. Back to one leg. Look at that, one leg. Dun dun dun, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I've got about 500 songs that I can currently play. Which is why I stream on Twitch all the time. I think you've got one you want to show off for our people. I'd love it. Yeah. Okay. So what kind of music are you guys into? So I've got funny songs and I've got ribald songs. I've got punk songs. I've got folk songs. I've got songs that hit you right in the feels. I've got heartbroken songs. I've got songs about drug addiction and alcoholism and chaos. I've got songs. I could do Holes in My Skull, which is about the story. So I wrote, yeah, I'll play Holes in My Skull because it's about my accident. I wrote this as a, yeah. Okay. So I'll play Holes in My Skull. And I can do, so I've got, and then I'll give you, cause I do have, let me see, I do have some, I've got a handful that work in both veins. So, or in all 3 veins, both a folk and a feels and an unrequited love. So I will grill you in just a second, but this is a song that's not yet on any record. It's called Holes in My Skull. It's about when I was hit. I was hit from behind. I was coming home. I was right down the street from my house. I was riding my little electric scooter. I was coming back from a bar. I'd had like 2 drinks, but I was fine. And I got hit from behind. And I don't remember getting hit. I don't remember about 20 minutes before, and I don't remember I don't remember until I got to the hospital and I was intubated and I was pulling out the tubes and I was like, what the hell is going on? But they apparently I was hit from behind, and the person that hit me just drove off. And then somebody else, I guess, found me like 10 minutes later in a pool of my own blood. And apparently I was talking, and I was like, hey, this, like, and apparently like my face was all fucked up, and I was just bleeding. Like I was just horribly bleeding. So the paramedics came and they managed to like mitigate the bleeding somewhat, and they got me to the hospital and they intubated me, and I kept waking up and yanking all the intubation out, and so they decided to sedate me, but I didn't want the sedation, and so they required three nurses, like 3 male nurses, to come and hold me down while they were doing all that stuff, because I didn't know what was going on, and I was like, so I woke up the next day. I woke up the next day and I'm like, what is going on? And of course, and by this point in time, my family, I live in Austin, Texas, and most of my family's in California. So I wake up and my family's there, and I don't know if you guys know Brian Brushwood and Justin Robert Young, but Brian does like the Modern Rogue and on YouTube. He's a magician and like a TV personality, but he's also a close friend. He lives here in Austin. So it was Brian and Justin are there. So it's like my family and Brian and Justin, and I'm like, what is going on? What is happening right now? And I look down and I'm like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, oh, you got hit by a car. And I was like, I have no recollection of that at all. And of course my face is all injured, my hands are all injured, but I had a concussion. And so the whole process, like it was all in a dream. Like I literally paid my bills. Like I sorted out I managed to reach out to all my creditors, and I owed the ambulance company, I owed the blood work people, I owed the nurses. I owed the hospital, I owed the actual doctors themselves, the people that actually worked on me. I owed all the scanning people, like I owe the people that did the MRIs and all the scans. So there were 7 or 8 different organizations that I owed. So I would have conversations with people and not remember a single word of it. Like I'd be talking to somebody, I'd be like, oh, I need to call so-and-so back. And I'd call them back like 3 or 4 weeks after the accident. And I'd start like, hey man, what's going on? I wanted to reach out to you about this thing that I've already talked to you about this, haven't I? He's like, yeah, we had this conversation like 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, I don't remember that at all, So it was just nutty, but it all started off with this event. So this is called Holes in My Skull, and it goes, oh, sorry, I spent 10 minutes dead on the side of the road. The blood poured around my head. All right, sorry, I'm singing the second verse. I spent 10 minutes dead on the side of the road. The blood poured around my head, but I didn't know. My brain was taking time off. I don't remember at all. But my heart shoved my blood out the holes in my skull. Out the holes in my skull. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 out the holes in my skull. Oh, 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 out the holes in my skull. Oh, 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 oh. I spent 10 minutes dead on the side of the road. I simply turned myself off, had no truck with the show. One moment I was here, and the next moment no. But my heart shoved my blood out the holes in my skull. Out the holes in my skull. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 out the holes in my skull. Oh, 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 oh. I don't know, without a doubt, that when I'm done and when I'm through, I simply turn off, I simply turn off, I simply turn off, I do. I simply turn off, I simply turn off, I simply turn off, I do. I spent 10 minutes dead on the side of the road. The blood leaked from my head in dark poolings of gore. One moment I was, and the next moment no. But my heart shoved my blood out the holes in my skull. Out the holes in my skull. Oh, 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 out the holes in my skull. Oh, 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 out the holes in my skull. Oh, 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 oh. I don't know, without a doubt, that when I'm done and when I'm through, I simply turn off, I simply turn off, I simply turn off, I do. I simply turn off, I simply turn off, I simply turn off, I do. I spent 10 minutes dead on the side of the road. I spent 10 minutes dead on the side of the road. I spent 10 minutes dead on the side of the road. I spent 10 minutes dead on the side of the road. Yeah, so and again, and it is a dark song. I mean, because it was crazy for me, like to wake up and be like, I'm leaving the bar, like I'm gonna head home and get a good night's rest, and we were having there was a big event happening, and I was just excited to hang out with all my friends, and the next thing you know, I wake up in the hospital, and I'm like, what is going on, And Savinius, thank you, and thank you so much. That's awesome. So it was just a very bizarre experience. And it was crazy because I just turned off. I went from, oh, I'm writing, to the next thing you know, I'm waking up in the hospital. Like there was no, I don't remember anything between the moment where I was writing and the moment. Yeah, no, and that is exactly right, Teeny Heels. And it's crazy because I've had a couple near death experiences like that where I was injured in a significant enough way that I just like time just stopped, and the next thing you know, I wake up and I'm like, what is going on? And I now have to deal with the aftermath of this, you know. And so for me, that was, yeah, and that's exactly right. So I'm like, okay, I don't have time to dawdle, you know. I have to, like, I don't, there's at any moment my life could be snuffed out. And so if all of the things I want to do are not yet accomplished, I should get to accomplishing them right now, you know. It's a true story though, super empowering song to take that. Yeah. And that's, thank you. And that was, you know, I wanted to capture, because it was so crazy to me to think that and just to think that like somebody hit me with a car. I'm 100% certain that they knew that they hit me with the car. So they must have stopped and just saw the blood pouring out of me and been like, fuck, we got to go. You know, we're gonna get, like, they were probably drunk because it was like 2:00 in the morning because I was coming back from the bar and the bar had closed. So they were probably drunk. They probably hit me and they probably looked and they're like, oh shit, this guy is not getting up and there's lots of blood pouring out. Let's just go, you know? And that just is crazy, right? You know, like that just, what the hell, you know? And so, but I mean, we are so resilient when we can rely on others, but life is so fragile. Yeah, I mean, and that is the thing is, and that was exactly like I didn't, thank God that I had the concussion. And it's really funny because my sister actually set up the GoFundMe, and I never, because I'm not the kind of person to ask for help. Everything I do is a transactional thing. Here's my music. Do you want it? Like here's my music. Do you want to tip me? Here's my music. Do you want to buy a record? Here's my music. You know. And so, thank you, Alderville. Thank you, brother. And so, you know, and so for me, I would have never even thought like, oh, I'm gonna go set up a GoFundMe to try to help me defray my medical bills. You know, like it's just not part of my approach to life. But my sister set it up, you know, while she was here. And so my sister and my brother-in-law flew to Austin. So they were here when I woke up, and because I had the concussion, like everything just felt like a dream, man. And so it's a miracle. It's another miracle. Like my life is so full of miracles. It is just absolutely absurd. Like the thing is that like, you know, I mean, I think that all our lives are, right, because the thing is we were the people, we were the sperm that survived. We managed to make it past 1 year old. That's a miracle. If I were to make it to 2 years old, that's a miracle. I mean, there's so much that is a constant threat. Like if you drive your car, like we don't think about the fact that everybody's driving around in a half-ton Bullet, and they're like, we're all driving around a half-ton Bullet, and we're looking at our phones, we're missing things. Like it's just crazy, you know. So it really did impress upon me. I was like, okay, I need to, you know, I just need to appreciate the fact that I'm alive, and that I can do stuff, and that I've got people that love me, and that I love them, and I get another, you know, a few more minutes on this earth to just hang out and love the people I love. And so that's been my ultimate, you know, perspective, is like, all right, well, let me make the most of this. In fact, that's one of the things I'm doing right now. In fact, that when I'm going to be leaving Twitch, one of the reasons why is I'm just trying to, I've been looking at the way Spotify works. I've been looking at the way Facebook works. So, you know, my band has a pretty decent following, kind of across the planet. Not like huge. We're not like mega rock stars by any stretch of the imagination, but we can tour and we can play shows. I can go to Europe and what have you. Like we do okay. But the way that most of the internet companies operate regarding musicians is they look at us first and foremost as a profit center. Like they don't look at what we do as a profit center. They look at us like, so like, for instance, I've got like 7,500 people that follow me on Spotify, right? So I would think that if I put out a single, Spotify would let all 7,500 people know, hey, Mike TV's got a new single, check it out, you know? And they don't. I just put out a new single just to test this. I re-recorded my biggest song. And I re-recorded it and I put it out just to test and see how Spotify handled it. And it was without, I didn't do any promotion. I didn't do anything. I just put it out just to see what would go on, just to kind of understand the way that their algorithm worked. And it was seen by 23 people in the first week. And I have a lot of people that like listen to my stuff kind of all throughout the day. And they were like, I didn't even hear about so I waited a full week, and then I let everybody know. I'm like, hey, I have a new single out. I put it out just to test Spotify. Are you aware of it? And I had people that were like, I listen to you all the time. Like, I'm on your page all the time. Like, how did I miss this? It's there's definitely, I the more I thought about the way that these companies interact with musicians and the way that we make money and the way we monetize what we do, I realized that like, I need to flip the script. I need to change all of this, And so I've galvanized some handful of my friends that are amazing songwriters, and we're going to create a new way in which we deliver music to the world. And then if it works, then we're going to go out and we're going to open it up to everybody else. Like all of my friends and all the people I know and everybody, So your story, your path, it's the way to go. That's best for you. Who's to tell you different? Your story is really inspiring. Hey, thank you, Teeny. Thank you. That's all we can do is the best we can, right? And all we can do, and from my perspective, as long as you're honest, as long as you're earnest, and as long as you try to, like the thing is, like, you don't have to be honest. You don't have to shoot straight. But the thing is life is so difficult without dealing with prevarication, without dealing with dishonesty, and the thing is, so for me, like, I just can't adding those complications I don't want. But even so, it's still a difficult, like, if you do something creative, trying to make a living doing something creative for 20 or like, I've been a professional musician for 20 years. I was an amateur musician for about 7 or 8 years before that. So I'm coming on 30 years of doing music full time, and I've had wonderful years, but I've also had some lean years. But it's always been absolutely rewarding because I do what I get. I wake up each morning excited about going to work. I get to write songs, I get to record songs, I get to put out albums, I get to play on Twitch, I get to meet new people, I get to tour the world. And it's so that's that for me is like, that's irreplaceable. But the thing is, at the same time, it also requires a lot of like tacking and pivoting and changing and looking at where you're at and being like, okay, I'm not pulling in the kind of money I used to. What do I do? How do I reinvent myself? I've reinvented myself 15 times. Now, what do I do to reinvent myself this time? And it's always scary, but the better you get, the more times you do it, the better you get at like, okay. And so that's one of the, and it's really funny. So when I moved to Austin, so I lived in Los Angeles for most of my adult life. And we created a really amazing, East Side Los Angeles rock and roll scene. And there were hundreds of kids that showed up. Like, I started promoting a night on a Tuesday night. And when it started, it was just 3 bands and no one, And then like a year later, it was like 6 bands and like 40 people. And then like a year after that, it was like 30 bands and like 300 people in the house every single night. And then it was 100 bands and we're at capacity, and it remained that way for like 8 years, And we eventually kind of migrated and we infiltrated all of Los Angeles, and it was amazing and it was epic and it was great. But all things have run their course. All things have their lifespan, And so when the scene died, I was like, what do I do now? How do I reinvent myself from this, And it was really difficult because so I kept trying to revivify something that was already like, we all kind of grew up together. Like we all started off in our early 20s and even some people in their late teens that either had IDs or just had ways to sneak into the venue. But all of us started off young, and by the time the scene had died, we were now in our mid 30s, or our late 30s, and we were like, okay, now what do we do now? And for me, that was so I'm always in this position where I just need to, I'm like, okay, this was working and it was great. That's the whole Twitch thing for me I need to do a new tack, but I'm still going to do one show a month on Twitch. Just so I can use it as a kind of a promotional thing. Like, hey, if you want this kind of thing, in fact, I'm going to change the whole format. I'm going to add a green screen. I'm going to make it a little bit more like an actual traditional rock show with lights and fog machines and all the silliness. And I'm going to bring in, it should feel like I want it to be a good thing that you can put up on your big screen, in your living room and be like, yeah, this is a rock show, And so I'll do that once a month, and then I'm going to do some online. I'm going to do some, but it's going to be up, but it'll be fun. And Twitch really was, man. It, like for the started doing it again in October of 2015, and this entire time it has offered me so much. I've met so many great people. Like, you know, I have people that I consider genuine and earnest friends, most of whom I've met in person. Like Tyler and I, we've hung out 2 or 3 Twitch cons, you know, Do a Bear and Roll and Random Girls Singing and Richie and Lieutenant Chicken and a couple streams and like that was all the early folks, and then of course there's a whole bunch of new people that I've but so it's been great. It's been a super fun time. And so my hope is over the next couple months to just do this. I'm just going to try to be here I'm going to try to be as present as possible so I can be like, hey guys, I'm going to be migrating. If you want to follow along. Oh yeah. If you guys want to hop in my Discord, because there's so much cool stuff happening. The record label I own, it's sort of it's a concern. So each band kind of runs their own business side of things. Right. And then I kind of lay out a game plan of like, here's our promotional strategy. This is what we do to kind of tackle the things that we're doing. This is how we plus our viewership and our listenership and our engagement, on social media and yada yada yada. And so, but we're all of us close friends, and the people that join the concern, they kind of have to be friends of friends, So it's all just a community, And so we're doing some really, really cool things, just really, really fun. And I think that if it works out the way I think it's going to, I think that it should become eventually a big deal in terms of like an alternative to putting your music out for free on Spotify and just hoping for the best, and that for me is like, I did that for a long time because I was like, all right, maybe this will pay out. Maybe this will work out. And even like, I have songs that have millions of plays. And still, I make a couple $1,000s a year from Spotify, or from all the streaming services. It's not a lot of money, and that's sad because that's the one thing that we as musicians do first is we make music, So I can't make money off the music. I have to do books and do tours and all the other things. Like that just seems to me broken, and so we're trying to change that. But So let me get back to the music. I'm sorry for chatting your ear off. I was just like, I'm super passionate about all of this new stuff I've got going on. It's all been formulating and percolating over the past 6 months. So I've just been really, really kind of hell-bent on kind of figuring out exactly what we're going to do. And I'm bringing a bunch of my friends on board, and I'm doing the podcasts. I've got the podcast happening, and we're going to be doing stuff like, I wrote a screenplay back in 2021. It's a comedy, but I never pitched it, but I reread it recently. A buddy and I co-wrote it, and it's really funny. And I was like, we should do this as a podcast. We should just do all of our own Foley and all of our own sound effects, so it sounds like you're listening to like an actual movie. You just can't see the screen, and then we'll score it with all our bands, and it'll be a podcast, but it'll be a movie, and so we're just a bunch of stuff like that is all happening. So it's been really, really fun to just be like, oh yeah, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do right now? Let's do this other cool new thing. So this is a song called "A Prayer to Doctor Who." This is anyway. Here I'll play it, and we can talk about it. Here, let me do this. Save us from Fox News. Save us from Fox News. There we go. Save us from Justin Bieber. Save us from Wall Street. Save us from the Reaper. Save us, Doctor, if you die, 'cause we're all dying here. Save us from the crooks, and save us from Facebook. Doctor Who, we're calling you. Doctor Who, we're calling you. Doctor, good doctor, can you hear us calling? Civilization is tumbling, is falling. Doctor Who, where are you? Save us from the cops. Help us save our homes. Save us from the hate. And save us from our phones. Save us, doctor, if you can. 'Cause no one here has any plan. Save us from our jobs. Oh, save us at any cost. Yes, Doctor Who. Doctor Who, Doctor Who, we're Doctor Who, we're calling you. Doctor Who, we're calling you. Doctor, good doctor, can you hear us calling? Civilization is tumbling, it's falling. Doctor Who, where are you? Sheesh. Doctor Who, we're calling you. Doctor Who, we're calling you. Doctor, good doctor, can you hear us calling? Civilization is tumbling, it's falling. Doctor Who, where are you? So yeah, so it's funny that at that point in time, that album came out in 2014. It was and so of course it's like sort of just post the. I mean, it's just a few years after the big market crash of 2008, and it's also I don't know if you guys recall, but there was a point in time when Justin Bieber was in the news all over the place, and it was a kind of a tumultuous period that ultimately led to like 2016, and then all the chaos that with the Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump, and so it was just this crazy period in time, and so I was like, I was like, I have no idea what we can do to fix this. I'm like, we need a superhero. And I was like, are there any? Like, there are no. The only superhero that we might be able to call on might be Doctor Who. He might actually exist, but otherwise, yeah. So I wrote a song. It was a prayer, a little prayer, asking Doctor Who to show up and save us. Thank you, KCB, and thank you, Savinius. Thank you very, very much. So this next song was licensed by Grey's Anatomy. They actually really embraced this song. I actually was Grammy nominated in 2005 because of this song. I was on a Grey's Anatomy compilation that was Grammy nominated. So every artist that was on that is a Grammy nominated artist. But this song. It was written the day before we went into the studio. I had a fucking terrible day. All of the details of this song are true, and there was a lot more that actually happened in that day that just drove me insane. So what I did is I took like the most banal aspects that drove me nuts and the worst moment of the day, and I built the song around it. So Doctor Who, it turns out he's not a real doctor. Oh, he's got a doctorate in English. Yes, well, but that's still an actual doctorate, right? I mean, he's not a medical doctor, but... And thank you, Savinius. Here we go. So this is I Hate Everyone. But you're right, Doctor. It should be Doctor Whom. Okay, and so let me just preface this with so the opening lyrics are not like it's not a an attack on the person doing like well I'll explain it afterwards. Here we go. Some stupid chick in the checkout line was paying for beers with nickels and dimes and some old man at club coupons and argued whenever they wouldn't take one. All I wanted to buy was some cigarettes, but I couldn't take it anymore, so I left. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all. Oh, I hate you all. So, you know, so the idea, I mean, it's funny when we first proposed this to the record label, I threw this song on there, and the record label was like, Mike, this song is so negative. And I'm like, Tom, the owner of the label, I'm like, Tom, you've never felt this way? And he's like, no, never. And I'm like, well, trust me, there are a lot of people that get so exasperated. They're like, I just hate everybody right now. And I'm like, trust me, it's gonna work, and it did. And it took him a couple of years, but he reached out to me one time. He's like, Mike, you were totally right. I'm happy we put it on the record. I was like, yes, thank you. Some fucking asshole just cut me off and gave me the finger when I fucking honked. Then he proceeded to put on the brakes. He slammed on the brakes, but I made a mistake. When I climbed out of the van, he was waiting, but he was 6'3" and 200 pounds of Satan. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all. I bet you think I'm kidding, I promise you it's true. I hate most everybody, but most of all, I hate, you know, you. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all, and the people in the east, I hate you all, and the people I hate least, I hate you all, and the people in the west, I hate you all, and the people I like best, I hate you all. Oh, I hate you all. It's so it's so funny. I also wrote this song to Miss Ashley when she's that's
You!
it's so funny because I mean I've definitely had like it's that song. There have been I've got a friend and a fan in Denmark that was like walking along and he heard that song being played in a car and he's like, what the hell is this song? So he went and he looked it up, and this is like that song came out in like 2006, and it was right after the album came out, so there wasn't like a lot of like, but he eventually found it and he's like, this is amazing. So that song, like you either love it or you hate it, but it's definitely like I have felt that way, that exact, and in fact, and that was the thing is like, so I went through all this day. In fact, the second verse, I'm literally driving. Some guy cuts me off, so I honk the horn like, dude, what are you doing, man? And so I didn't like slam the horn. I was like, what the hell, man? You just cut me off, and he slams on the brakes, And I'm like, all right. So I climb out. I'm like, what, dude? And he was in this little tiny red hatchback, and he unfolds like a transformer, like Optimus Prime. He just goes, he like climbs out of this thing, and I was like, oh great. And he's like, what? And I'm like, dude, you cut me off, man. He's like, wow. And he's like, and so anyway, I was like, just please be careful when I come back to the car. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, for not letting me die right there. And I survived, and that's another story. Yeah, but it was like which taught me very quickly that yeah, maybe I should just I should just be like, okay, people cut me off. It happens, so it goes. I don't want to die because I got extra upset at somebody. Yeah, I definitely do. I've got a lot of songs that I've written about expressing frustration when you have bad days, like Your Stupid Face. I have a song called Bad Day, and then in parentheses, I'm having a die motherfucker die. FUCK. Yeah, I've got. They're mostly pretty lyrically aggressive sounding songs. But then the funny thing is they're all usually pretty sweet melodies, like and with sing song choruses, and because it makes sense from my perspective to like balance the aggressive with the silly, and so that way the truth lies somewhere in the intense fiery inferno of your frustration and the fact that you certainly know that you're just kind of a little bit off the hook right now, or off the chain right now. Okay, so this song, this is a song I co-wrote with my Twitch audience. Oh, hey, awesome thing, Ken CB, that's great, thank you. Yeah, that's so yeah. In fact, I'm so another thing I'm going to be changing. I'm going to be leaving. I'm not leaving Spotify 100%. My record label, Square Tire Records. So the first 4 Get Set Go records, which are really our most popular records, but the first 4, the first 2 are my most popular records, and those are put out by my very first record label. And then I left them after my 4th record, and I started my own record label. And so I'm going to be taking everything at some point in time before March 15th. I'm going to take everything off, and I'm just going to put it on Bandcamp, and I'm just going to leave singles up. And again, the reason why is because you don't make any money off of Spotify anymore. I mean, not that you ever did. I mean, you have to have. I mean, let me explain it this way. I used to make $6 for every iTunes sale, right? So I'd sell an album for $10. iTunes would keep 4, and and the processing, whoever handled the processing and whatever, and then I'd make $6, and that was less than what I used to do through my internet distributor, right? So, or not my actual distributor, like so if I put out, because I had a distributor, and so if I sold a CD, like I'd sell the CD to them for just under $7, like $6.78 or something like that, and then they'd sell it to the record store, and they'd put a price point of like $11 on it. So where are you selling tickets when so that's still being sorted out, El Condorpasa. Like just hop in my Discord and pay attention there, because I'm gonna be announcing how everything works at that point in time. But so what was I just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? I was talking about it was something to do with money. It was to do with albums. Oh yeah, so I used to make $6 on an album on iTunes when I did an iTunes sale, or Amazon, something like that. So I would put out a new record, and I'd sell a few hundred copies in the first like few days, and that was money right in my pocket. That was like $1,200, $1,800 just immediately, So I was like, yeah, this is great. So if I was really hurting for money, which often happens because I'm an indie rocker, I'm a poor indie rocker, I would just put out a new record, and I get a quick infusion of cash. But when Spotify sort of started to dominate back in 2014, I basically, for me to make that same $6, right? So because they pay 0.004 cents per play. So with a 10-song album, you would have to listen to that album 150 times, 150 times for me to make that same $6. Now, I don't know about you guys, but there are very few records that I've listened to 150 times. So it just knocked the stuffing out of all of my my music sales. Like I suddenly went from being able to make one quarter to 1/3 of my annual revenue in album sales to down. Now I was just pulling in maybe between $1,000 and $2,000 depending on how well I did that year. So so I tried for a while. I gave it the good old college try where I really tried like work the Spotify algorithmic chaos, and the thing is that but it's my music is a little bit too out there. Lyrically, it's a little bit too out there, but so I'm gonna at some point in time I'm gonna be pulling everything off except for I'm gonna keep some singles up there, and then I'm gonna be pointing everybody to Bandcamp. Bandcamp allows you to listen to stuff. You get to listen to it a bunch of times before you have to buy it. But the thing is that my goal is to try to re-incentivize people to actually pay money for all of the hard work that musicians put into the music they make. I mean, we do it for video games, we do it for books, we do it for audiobooks, we do it for movies. Why are we not doing it for musicians? So this is a song I co-wrote with my Twitch chat. It's called Soul Food. It's about a guy, well, you'll see. Standing at the crossroads with a lantern and a crucifix. As a chilly fog rolls in, I'm looking for the host of sin. Whoa, whoa. The crucifix is upside down, blood upon unholy ground. I've marked the dirt with ancient signs. Tonight I'm gonna get what's mine. Whoa, ha, whoa. Rising up from hell below, his eyes are flamed with hatred's glow. The devil looks at me and says, son, you're gonna make me miss my shows. Whoa, son, you're gonna make me miss my shows. Hey, how you doing, Smarties? Good to see you, brother. I walk myself right up to him. He looks at me, his visage grim. I speak, yet trying not to shake. I think we got a deal to make. Whoa, ha, whoa. He tapped his hoof impatiently, and then the devil snarled at me. You know what I'd take from you? What you want for my due? Whoa, ha, whoa. I'm not sure if it's alright, but there's one thing I want tonight. I swallowed and then I said a sandwich is sounding fucking nice. A slice, nice, a slice of tomatoes from the Amazon. Cut them thick and pile them on, and if you can, maple cheese from Yucatan and a slice of guava ham, and if you please, mac and cheese with sliced of spam, lentil beans and a hint of clam. Don't be holding back on me, give me everything I need. Right, so somebody just wrote, I want to be able to download for an MP3 format. So does that provide enough for you? We'll talk about that in just a second. I looked the devil in his eyes. He was looking stupefied. This is for your mortal soul. Are you sure you don't want more? Whoa, ha, whoa. I haven't even started yet. Take some notes and don't forget it needs to be organic sources, gluten-free and filled with horsey tongue and lung and pickled liver extra yum. Add the kidney just fun, and if I may, I would like some peanut butter made within my sister's mother. And if you find iguana eggs just past their prime, the added flavor is divine. An extra squeeze of lemon lime, I need it all in record time, please. Make it all in record time, please. Do you got got the sandwich order, cause I'm gonna clear your larder. Ditch that foolish gaping jaw, get on the ball, cause I ain't slowing down. Don't drown the tender gopher meat and sauce, because spicy mayo would be boss. And don't forget the beaver bacon vinaigrette. I'm going through the alphabet, and could we try Father Odin's pickled eye? You can get it, don't deny. Slice it up nice and thin, age it long in Martian gin. Otter nostril stuffed with platypus nipples, crocodile tear-soaked weasel wing pickles, mayo made from ostrich eggs, special fancy coffee drinks, sprinkled with banana slugs. Don't you dare forget the nugs. And candied rabbit buttholes would be a tickle. Unicorn blood, but only a trickle. Pressed between some Wonder Bread, the crust you know I won't be fed. Wrap it up in pumpernickel, toast it up and don't get fickle now. Sheesh. Woo. Toast it up and don't get fickle now. So the devil responds. The devil, he looked at me and stood there quite silently. It wasn't for a minute more before he spat upon the floor. Whoa, whoa. Ha. Whoa, whoa. What the fuck is wrong with you? When you were young, did you eat glue? And without another word, he walked away and flipped the bird. Whoa, ha, whoa, whoa, ha, whoa, whoa. So you know, so they all did all. So it actually sold out. No, so it's really funny. So that's a sound effect for a different song that also works with this one. So, but you know, so again, you're like the people that use Spotify aren't doing anything wrong, right? Because it's the contract, right? Like the bands have said, yeah, we'll allow our music to be on here, and people are paying a fair price for Spotify, and so that's great, you know. And you get access to the entire diaspora of music all across the like the entire world's oeuvre. You get access to for like $10, $15, you know, depending on what kind of subscription you have. That's awesome. But unfortunately, so when Spotify first started back in 2014, when they first started kind of coming up, their whole premise was they were like, look, we know we can't pay the artists what they're worth right now. We're just too young. We've got too much overhead. We're trying to figure this whole thing out. But we do think that when we get to 100 million subscribers, we'll be able to start paying them out better, you know. And 100 million subscribers came and went, and they still pay the same amount they did. You know, and the reason why is because from my perspective, I don't think they ever had any intention. Like the thing is because, and they also, Spotify does spend a lot of money on the music that they provide to the world, right? But they paid that money to the record labels, and they pay that money to the Taylor Swifts of the world, and they also pay it to the Bob Dylan. So if you've got clout, if you've got a cadre of lawyers that can make sure that you're getting, and if you've got if you have enough listeners to justify showing up to Spotify and be like, hey, you guys need to pay me better, they will pay you better. But if you're a band like me, you know, I mean, I even think that like there's a guy here in Austin, Adam Torres. He's another. I'm Michael Torres. So I kind of follow a bunch of people around me that are kind of connected. Like, you know, I've got friends that have 100,000 listeners and 50,000 listeners and 200,000 listeners. But I also have friends that have like 750,000 listeners and 4 million listeners and that kind of thing. And there is a threshold where people are really struggling for money and where people are making money. And that for me seems a bit broken. You know, the thing is that like paying 4 cents a listen for a song is just not tenable, you know? And when I used to be able to put out an album and sell 300 or 400 copies, and that would be $1,800 in my pocket. And now I put out a record and I get, you know, 30,000 or 40,000 plays. And that ends up being $150. Like there's something in that mix. There's something in the algebra that's just not working, you know? And the thing is, unfortunately, what happens is when they do this kind of algebra, it's always the artists that suffer. It's never the company being like, we're gonna commit ourselves to paying. Like, it's really funny. In fact, that's what Napster actually pays. I think like 4 or 5 times what everybody else plays, or at least they used to. I haven't really paid attention because I've been slowly but surely gearing myself to move away from streaming services. But Napster was, for a while, they were paying like 4 or 5 times what everybody else was, because they wanted to attract, and they wanted to, like, they were thinking, so is $1 sound good enough for me to be? I mean, so again, that's the price that everybody has agreed upon, right? And so, of course, the thing is like, if that's the price everybody's willing to sell it for, then of course, like, the market like designates what something the value of something. But unfortunately, and it's crazy. The thing is that, like, so the thing is, so for my estimation, Soul Dog, it's not like $1, because $1. Music has been at about $10 a record since the early 90s, right? So it's been like I used to be able to buy cassettes for about $10, in like 1992, 1993, and then of course when CDs started to really take over, like the CDs when they first showed up, they were like $40 a CD. They were very, very expensive. So yeah, and that's exactly right. Aldo is exactly right. So what happens is, because the band's not getting $1 for every track sold. If the band did get paid $1 for every track sold, really truthfully, the album should cost you about $17. Because there's all the fees and all that. So from my perspective, rather than attacking Spotify, and rather than like I don't want to go on the warpath. I just want to create my own thing. I just want to get all my friends together and be like, we're going to make our own. It's not bespoke music. It's not music specifically for a group, but it's music that is earnest and honest, and done with all of the skill that, like, every single person in my community has. We're all veteran musicians and all veteran songwriters, and we also all have we're all very kind of like hook based. Like, we all write songs that are catchy and also lyrically interesting. So I think we've got a lot going for us. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to, I can remember paying $15 to $20 for a CD before. That's exactly right, Amanita. Like it used to be, there was a point in time when you wanted the highest fidelity, you paid more for it, and now the thing is that, like, so anyway, so it's just all broken, and there's no real standard, right? There's no real sense. And so what we're going to try to do, what I'm going to try to do in the company of my friends, is we're going to try to figure out a way that we can be like, hey, we want to make a living wage. We want to be able to make money. We don't want to break anybody's bank. We don't want to hurt anybody. And I do think that, like, so for me, like, when I spend money on a record, when I pay a few bucks for an album that I really love, I feel a connection to that band, like because I have access, on my phone, because I am a Spotify subscriber. On my phone, I have access to the entire world's oeuvre of music, right? I can listen to anybody I want at any point in time. But every now and again, a friend of mine's band will put out a record, or somebody will be like, oh my God, listen to this new record. And if I love it, I will go buy that album, because I want to support that artist, and I love that, and I want them to feel like what you do is valid, But every single time I buy that record, every single time I put money in, there is a sense of, like, there's a connection. There's a sense of, like, oh yeah, these are now, like, I'm in their camp and they're in my camp. And I think that we've lost that. I think with the Spotifys and the Apple Musics of the world, that sense that there is a relationship between the musician and the listener that goes beyond, that is more substantial than just, oh, I like listening to, I like this listening to their stuff. Because again, like, I grew up listening to, like Cher. But I didn't actively listen to Cher, but like, I'd go into a store and Cher would be playing, So, but the thing is that that's a very different relationship than when I actively seek out a band and I listen to that band. So we're trying. So, and again, we don't have it all figured out just yet, but we're trying to start the conversation. We're trying to figure out, and we want to get to a point where we go, okay, how does this work in a way where musicians that really work very hard, because that's the thing is, all of my friends, we all put out a titanic amount of music. Like, all of us have multiple records out. We've written hundreds of songs. So we're gonna start the conversation. We're gonna create a little space. We're gonna put out albums. We're gonna put out podcasts. We also have a publishing arm where we put out books, because I have a whole bunch of friends that are authors that are also very tired of the publishing world perspective, which is very similar to the music world perspective. So we're gonna all of us get together and we're just gonna all of us try to figure this problem out and so yeah. But anyway, so if you want to. So Bandcamp takes 15%, but they also do about twice a month. They do free Fridays where they take nothing. That's fucking amazing, right? So if you've got people, if there's a band that you really love and if they've got an album on Bandcamp, go buy it on Bandcamp on one of those free Fridays, and 100% of your money goes to the band you love. Like that's in fact that's the thing, is like so I've become now over time, I tend not to buy albums, I buy songs. I'm happy to pay $1 for 10 or 20 songs. Rarely do I enjoy all songs on one album. I want an MP3 copy that travels. And that makes absolutely perfect sense, Soul Dog. I mean, that definitely does. In fact, Bandcamp's a great, because Bandcamp, if you can find the bands that you love on Bandcamp, always buy it from Bandcamp, because they take 15% and that's it. So they get 85 cents of every dollar that you spend. And the great thing is that if you get it on a free Friday, then the band gets 100% of the money. And that's awesome, right? And I think that even the Bandcamp model, I mean, I definitely want Bandcamp to do well. They're definitely very egalitarian from that perspective, and they definitely do have a bunch of great bands. They're also very difficult to kind of drill into. Like, it's really difficult to get to understand, to get like, I can get a lot of metrics, but I can't see how I'm doing in comparison to the rest of the Bandcamp community or the rest of the world, like that kind of stuff. So there is, so they do, but they, I think the reason why is because they don't have as much revenue as Spotify, because most of their money goes to the bands, So I got to dip, work responsibility calls. Glad I was able to tune in for a couple of, yeah, thank you, Katie. Yeah, that was awesome. And thank you so much for being here. I buy all but the first few Get Set Go music on Bandcamp. Oh yeah, and unfortunately, the first Get Set Go albums are not on Bandcamp, because that was our original record label. In fact, so I think I do have some more songs in this request or in this set list, but I think I have to go because Lil Mutt, the love of my life, is hungry, and I've been doing this for yesterday I streamed for 5 hours. The day before I streamed for 6 hours. So I think I'm gonna start winding down. I'll play the next few songs maybe, and then we'll figure out who we want to raid. But it was great. We didn't spend nearly as much. Unfortunately, Trader Joe's was jam packed, so they didn't have as much stuff as we thought they would. But we also didn't spend a ton of money, so that was nice. So, you can do it, oh man. Do it. All right, let me do it, oh man. There you go. So this is a song I had a very complicated relationship with my dad. He was my hero for of course, Soul Dog. Yeah, and I do, and it's funny, like I do intend to like get a better, because again, my understanding of the way that music works for musicians is only from the musician side, So but at the same time, no matter how the economics work for the companies, the fact is that the people that got hurt from the new business model are the musicians. Even the Taylor Swifts of the world, or even the Metallicas of the world, or even the Wet Legs of the world, they are making less money. They're making good money, and certainly they don't have to deal with the cost of manufacturing CDs and all that stuff. But they're making less money from album sales than they did back in the day, like there's just, that's absurd, because there's still an interest in music. People still love music. There's more music people have access to, and listen to more music now than they ever have. But the thing is that like the system by which the music is delivered is just kind of broken. And so I'm not saying that these companies are evil. I'm just saying that they're not doing things in a way that I want to continue participating in their operation. You know, of course I'm gonna use them as a publicity machine. Like the thing is like because I still have. I mean, I had about 45,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I don't want to get too much into it, but I was just trying a bunch of different stuff to kind of understand how the algorithm worked. I dropped my Spotify listeners down to about 22,000, and then I changed all the stuff that was getting it to drop, and now it's going to keep climbing. And I'm fairly certain I'll keep climbing to about the mid 40,000s over the next year. But because I add like anywhere between like 15 and 100 people. Like just yesterday, I added 100 people from the day before, so it will eventually keep building up because it's just gaming the algorithm stuff. So I got rid of all the things that were making me less advantageous for Spotify to keep us on the keep us in their the Spotify algorithmic editorial playlist, not the editorial playlist, but their algorithmic playlist. But yeah. So anyway, so my dad. Anyway, so this is a song about my dad. When I was 21 years old, I was working at Universal Cartoon Studios as a development executive. I had a nice place, and he called me at 21, and he called me and asked me to stay at my place because he was a traveling salesman, and he and his buddy they sold really high end cookware, and they would do these like very high end cooking shows, and they'd build this whole thing, and they'd sell their cookware, you know. And so he and his buddy stayed with me for about 4 days in Los Angeles. We had a great time. And then he didn't call me. I still saw him at holidays and stuff like that, but he never actually reached out to me specifically for 22 years. And so as the years went by, after the first decade, and I'm like, my dad hasn't called me at all. Like he hasn't called me in a decade. And then 15 years, and then 20 years. I was like, all right, man, like what is going on? You know, so it just made our relationship a very kind of complicated thing. So I've written some songs about, so he just passed away a couple of years ago. And in that time, and so since he passed away, I've written some songs kind of like, you know, now that they're not going to hurt him, you know, I've just, you can do it, oh man, yes, you know that you can, but you also know you don't gotta. The choice is still yours, yes, you know that for sure, but there's no one saying you oughta. You could stay to repair all the times that you weren't there. You can still stick around, and maybe we'll find common ground, or instead you could just disappear like you've done year after year. You're just not here. Year after year, you just disappear. I tell you, no, that's not right. I tell you, no. I tell you, oh man, yes. I tell you, oh man, I don't have any plan. I don't have any sort of agenda. I just thought that we might catch up some odd night without having to go on a bender. You could stay, we could talk, and deny that impulse to walk. We could laugh, which we do every time I'm hanging with you. Or instead, you could just disappear like you've done year after year. You're just not here. Year after year, you just disappear. Year after year. I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to put you out. I guess that I'm just hurting that you don't want me around. No, you don't. You can do it, oh man, you can do it, oh man. Yes, you know that you can, but you also know you don't gotta. The choice is still yours, yes, you know that for sure, but there's no one saying you oughta. You could stay to repair all the times that you weren't there. You can still stick around, and maybe we'll find common ground. Or instead, you could just disappear, like you've done year after year. Yeah. Anyway, so that I haven't played that one in a long time. So I was kind of figuring it out as I was playing it. But I do like that one a lot. I just need to sit down and play it a little bit more frequently. But what's that, sweetheart? Oh yeah, yes. All right, so I'm gonna do one last one, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part. Thank you, Aldadul, for the tip, man. That it's like, it really means a lot to me, man. I'm in a real tough situation. Like, it'll correct itself in about 3 weeks, but in those 3 weeks, it's gonna be tough. So thank you, sweetheart. That's awesome. So this is a song called The Dying Stars. This is gonna be my last one, everybody. I am. Yes, I am. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Yes, I know it's hard. It's getting harder all the time. You put your back against the wall, embrace yourself and push with all your might. But nothing's moving, nothing's going anywhere. And you shove till you're exhausted, throw your hands up and you cry out in despair. But don't you ever give up, no, don't you let it get its claws into you. Those other motherfuckers, oh, what do they do? So let's crack open a bottle and let us tune up our guitars, and let us sing to the dying of the stars. Oh, let us sing, but those songs that never get heard. Let's set it on fire and watch it burn. Oh, sing with me, like the heavens tremble with the song. 'Cause sooner than later we'll be gone. There's thieves and liars everywhere you turn, and the more time that you spend with them, the more like them you'll become, you'll learn. And I hate to say it, but I don't like where we've arrived. But the rich keep getting richer, and the poor, well, the poor, they just keep dying. But I'm just a broken songster, writing songs that no one will buy. I have no power to make things right. But here's another song, love, a song I sing with all of my heart. I know it's tough and it's falling apart. So let us sing, but those songs that never get heard. Let's set it on fire and watch it burn. Oh, sing with me, make the heavens tremble with the song. 'Cause sooner than later we'll be gone. Let us sing away the pain. Let us sing a song that makes it all okay. And should I sing a bit too long, oh, I hope forgive me this song. Just know it's work, you're working harder than before. Some days you gotta work so hard just to keep the things you know are yours. And I know there's nothing that we ever seem to do that brings you peace of mind, a little calm within the storm inside of you. But don't you ever give in. No, don't you put your hands up to the sky. Those other motherfuckers, did they even try? So just pass over the bottle and let me tune up your guitar. Let us sing to the dying of the stars. Oh, let us sing the songs that never get heard. Let's set it on fire and watch it burn. Oh, sing with me like the heavens tremble with the song. 'Cause sooner than later we'll be gone. All right. Hey, so thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. I want to thank Taylor. I want to thank Tyler Loves Music. Thank you so much, man. I love you, brother. Thank you, man. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing up. I want to thank Aldo for the tip. I want to thank everybody for just being a part there. I want to thank everybody for all the follows. And yeah, man. Let's go find somebody we can raid. Twitch. Let me see. Who's doing what? Yes, my love. What's up? Yeah, no, sure. No, sweetheart. What's that? Yeah, no, it's okay. I don't think I don't. None of my friends are on right now. Philip Bowen Music. I don't know Philip. How do I? But I follow Philip. But I don't. D's. Yeah. Okay. All right. No. These are recommended channels. All right. Yeah. I don't see anybody that I know streaming right now. That's weird. Oh no. Okay. No. Here we go. Okay. Here we go.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5?
Oh, let's go. We're gonna raid Sammy B's.
But Ian, this is a .44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and would blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question: do I feel lucky? Well,
Mary. Oh, is Mary Amber doing stuff? No, let's go raid. Wait, no, not Sammy B's. Sammy's. No, I'm thinking of the other bees. Yeah, we'll go raid Mary Amber. Here we go. Mary Amber. Man, that's so crazy. I would. All right, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, Mary Amber's awesome. She's a genuine, just a genuine sweetheart, and she's Australian and brilliant and hilarious. And hello, hi. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. Awesome. All right. I will thank you. Thank you, Solog. Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, my Bandcamp is still a little bit. Well, no, everything's on there. It's everything's, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff on there as well. Like it's where I also kind of dump all of the things I'm currently in the process of working on. So there's 130 new acoustic demos and some piano demos and a bunch of other stuff. So, but anyway, let's go raid Mary Amber. Thank you. I love you guys all very much. And yeah, let's do it. Love you all. Adios.